Hey, it's Tony here again, and I'd like to explain those pesky AI marketing statistics. I just got started with AI marketing and it took me a while to get my head round quite what everything meant. I don't think AI marketing always calls things the most helpful name. So let's go over and have a look. Now, if you're already a member of AI Marketing, you can get to this same page on your version by just clicking the little stats button down here on the bottom left. So here's the stats page. Let's go through and see what they all mean. Now, to begin with, it's fairly simple. Up here it's telling me that AI Marketing has purchased and placed an ad on my behalf, and that ad has had 130 views. Now, you're familiar with this, ads are popping up all the time you're surfing the internet, so just because you've seen an ad doesn't necessarily mean you've done anything about it. And in this case there were 130 views of the ad, but only 70, actually it's not a bad percentage, so 70 people that saw the ad then visited the page the advert was on about. So 70 people have gone, followed the link and clicked through to the page, and of those 70, 15 went on to make actual sales. Now, to get those 130 views and 15 sales, I had to pay for some advertising. You'll have to do the same, and what you've paid for advertising is shown up here in your advertising budget box. Now, as you can see, I committed $547.86. You don't have to do anything like that. In fact, you can get started for free by using their $50 startup loan, and I'll tell you a bit more about that later on. So there you go, that's my advertising budget. Now, of that advertising budget, to make those 15 sales, AI Marketing spent $30.63 of my hard-earned cash. And of that $30.63, the result has been that I have got what they call cash back of $40.76. I prefer to call that commissions, and in this case it's potential commissions. Because what happens is this: AI Marketing count all of the commissions that have been paid to you, whether or not they have reached their clawback date. So if I go and buy a sofa, for instance, I might have 30 days to return it to the shop. So I don't actually get paid my commission until after the chargeback period set by each individual supplier. So that cashback is in effect my potential return on investment. But as I say, this can get a little bit complicated, particularly when you look at this thing here called profit, which is saying I've got a profit of 7.44%. Again, I don't think that's the most helpful term. I like to call that return on investment. So let's have a look at these four sort of key figures, and I'll take some time now to go through them and explain really how it all works, how they're worked out, and what they mean to you. So the first thing to look at is what you've committed to your advertising budget. So you can see here, this is your advertising budget, and this is what you've committed. I've committed $547.86. And by committed, what I mean is that that money is now in a protected pot, and the advertiser, AI Marketing, have got that money. That money's not coming back to you. You can't withdraw it. It's your protected pot, and AI Marketing are going to use that pot to pay for advertising. So over here they'll tell you how much of your pot they have already spent, and in this case they've spent on my behalf $30.63. That $30.63 has got to be subtracted from my advertising budget. So whilst it says my budget was $547.86, which is true, that's what I committed, I've now spent $30.63 of that. So in reality, what I have left of my budget is $517.05. So I hope that makes sense. I had an advertising budget of $547.86. I've spent $30.63, and that leaves me $517.05 to carry on purchasing more adverts. So that's the advertising budget and the amount spent. And then you look at this thing called profit. Now, as I've said, I would prefer to call that return on investment because it's not really profit at this point. How this figure's worked out is it's saying that you have amount that you've invested. So in my case, as I've said, it's $547.86, and I have amount which is the potential for commission. Remember, it has to clear through the stages. So you've got your advertising budget, which we said was $547.86 in my sense, and your cashback. So if you wanted to work out what your return on investment is, not your profit, your return on investment, what you need to do is you need to take that $547.86 and you need to take that $40.76 and you need to divide your return by your investment. So in my case, it's saying I've got $40.76 return. If I divide that by my advertising budget, the stake I put down, my return on investment to date is 7.44%. That's not the same as profit. So let me tell you how I'm working out my potential profit. Your potential profit is worked out by taking what you've spent, so in my case this $30.63, and then looking at what you've potentially earned, which in my case is this $40.76. Remember, I keep saying potentially because we haven't yet got that money cleared. I want to be absolutely clear about that. So I have spent $30.63 and I have potentially made $47.76. So to work out what my potential profit is, I take my $47.76 and I take away from that the $30.63 that I've spent, and I get a potential profit of $17.13. So my $30 ad spend has made me $17 profit. So I hope that makes sense. I hope the stats is now a little bit clearer to you. If you've not yet joined AI Marketing, then it's really worth looking into, because this is one of the few opportunities I've found which really you can start from zero. You don't have to do any selling. They work that all out for you, and you don't have to recruit anybody. You can if you want, but you don't have to. So if you want to find out more, then go along to bit.ly/information about AIM, and you can find out there all that is going on in the AM marketing world. You can sign up, and if you sign up, you then have the potential to grab one of these gift certificates. They call it a gift certificate, but remember, in reality it's a business startup loan. They take that $50, they buy you advertising, and from the return on that investment you pay back the $50. What's left is your profit. You can reinvest the profit, and so you can actually start doing this for absolutely nothing if you want to. And if you go along to my page and you click on the gift certificate, then that will come through to you, and I'm happily talk to you about that and work out how you can do it if you get stuck. So do have a look at that. That's bit.ly/information about AIM. Now, I must just give you a disclosure and fair warning, which is I'm an affiliate. I actually earn from qualifying purchases. So if you follow my links and add additional money over and above that $50 startup loan, I'll earn a commission. Now, whilst I earn a commission, I'm not sponsored by AI Marketing, and my views here are my honest, unbiased opinions based on the results I'm seeing. But be warned, my results may not be typical. There are no certainties that you'll make any money from anything that I recommend, so please do your own research. This is how I feed my family, by making useful reviews so that you can make informed buying decisions. And by watching this video, I really do appreciate your support. Thanks very much, and you can always contact me, Tony, at tonyandtonyasims.com. Bye now.